Hello everybody, welcome back to Disco Does D&D. We're excited to be back, excited to have you. Happy Mother's Day, happy mothers to all the mothers, cat mothers, dog mothers, mothering people. Way to go everybody, you guys did it. Thank you all for hanging with us as we bounce around with our crazy schedule. May is very crazy, a couple of us are making a movie and going around the country and doing all sorts of stuff, so hang with us as we settle back into a new schedule, hopefully sometime maybe mid-June or July. But until that time, we'll just sort of pop in when we can and play and have a good time and hang out with all you guys. Anyway, enough of me. I'm already bored of me. Let's get everybody else in here. Welcome to the table. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so right off the bat, let's show off this incredible little hamburger. This was gifted to Blue by Sonia Howard. Me and her have been coordinating about this for I think a month now, and it's maybe the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Blue, you've seen it in person. Thoughts, questions?
It is the most special thing that anyone has ever given me, and I cried when I opened it, and I'm still drafting a message to Sonia on Discord because I don't know exactly how to say how special this is without getting emotional. It is literally I feel like I have to get like insurance on this because I'm so scared of harming it. I love it so much. Look at his little face.
So cute.
I truly cried. I have never been so touched by a gift in my life. And I love him, and I will cherish him for the rest of my existence. And
but wait, there's more.
Sonia sent a gift because no one knew about Hamburger. But Noah did not know about the little flail snake.
Incredible, folks.
Look at him.
Huge shout out on Twitch. They are Sensational925. They're here in chat. We love it so much. Give them a follow over on Instagram. They're on Instagram at Sensational, SONSATIONAL Creations. Just incredible. I absolutely am obsessed, and I love it so much. And we love them, and thank you.
The details and everything are incredible. And there's little Velcro on the bottom, so they can go on a little safety pin, and they can stick to your body.
So good. And the hamburger is life size. That is the real size.
Canon. That's canon life-size hamburger.
This is canon hamburger. This is exactly what hamburger looks like. I'm gonna cry again.
Hamburger needs to be resummoned, though.
Yes.
He does need to be resummoned. I'm gonna do that today once we get a rest.
Anyway, with that, we all were trying to remember what happened last session. There was a confrontation between a hamburger tried to be a stealthy spy and was unsuccessful, to say the least. The gang then followed, talked with Glor, the star diviner, who gave them a lead about some notes which might reveal what the hell is going on here. What the hell is going on? They fought some student or creature. Oh, I'm just saying, I do say what the hell is going on here all the time when things are going bad. Fought a creature, some sort of mutated student. They were able to recover these notes and also an original script of Death in the Tower, the play that Tuyen is currently working on.
There was also the mercy killing of that student at the end.
Mercy killing, murder, whatever.
I didn't decide. I did not go for the murder.
She asked to be put out of her misery.
And so she was. So we pick up when we find you all in this strange chamber, this sort of curved, arched library. Books you can see are sort of disappearing off of the wall, almost like they're poofing out of existence. What would you all like to do, I guess? What would you like to do as you kind of stand there and watch these books disappear around you? This sort of body is just lying next to you.
Is there anything in the body to look at?
Roll an investigation check.
That's my forte.
Oh, it doesn't go well.
10.
10. You sort of search through the body. It seems empty of anything that you would acquire. And that is the right way to say that sentence.
Could I also roll a second?
Oh boy.
Absolutely. I 100% want you to roll.
I already did. I just needed to know if you wanted to. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You search through and you feel like there might have been something, but that Tuyen kind of pushed it and you just can't really get at it.
Tisryn.
Sorry, Tisryn. I don't know why I allowed you guys to have such similar names. I looked at it and I was like, this is a huge mistake. My brain is just a dumpster fire, but I did it anyway. Tisryn probably accidentally. You see just like a small sparkle of something fall into a crack and then just like disappear into the mud.
Oh, no.
Super powerful game-breaking item just disappeared.
What happened here? Like, why was this person possessed or being controlled by this monster? Like, how did they get cursed? Or
does the monster still is the monster's carcass still there?
It's like it's clear as you like sort of look at their body that they were completely melded. It's hard to see if like this thing grew out of them, if it like attached itself to them, but they're like completely physically connected. Tisryn, will you make a perception check?
9.
Yeah, you're just looking around and you see just books continue to just like poof out of existence, and slowly the shelves get emptier and emptier.
Could I try grabbing some of the books before they disappear?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Could I do a sleight of hand?
Oh.
Since I'm trying to... Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Really
11.
Really...
Mutiny.
It means
No, hold on.
Excuse me?
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay.
A sleight of hand.
It means we're comfortable with you.
Good.
21.
21. Yeah, you go to grab something and you don't succeed. So that...
That's fair. It disappears.
Yeah, you see a book that says all the answers you've ever wanted. You go to grab it, but you just needed a 22 sleight of hand, unfortunately, so you just missed it. I missed you guys. All right.
We missed you.
Yeah. If you'd like, Tuyen and Rufus, you can make perception checks as well, as almost every book has sort of disappeared out of this room. 5.
12.
Yeah, you just see the books disappear one by one, and you're in an. Listen. You rolled the dice. I'm just responding to the random DCs I set. So, yeah, you just are now kind of in this empty domed chamber. All of the shelves are basically empty. There's like some scattered books or papers on the ground, but they look pretty much ruined. The books that sort of flew off the shelf and tried to or succeeded in attacking you, they just sort of look destroyed and discarded.
Should we go back and talk to the the name of the
Eustis keeper? Was his name. Yeah.
Eustis should be freed from whatever spell or curse he was under.
You make your way out. God, what did he sound like? Shit. I think he was just old. Okay. You make your way out and you go back up the way you came. Eustis is like sitting on this stone. He looks a little different, almost like he is ethereal in a way, like he's starting to fade. And he looks up at you all and says, "Oh, I'm so glad you've come back. That means you must have succeeded, right?"
You sound exactly like you did when we talked to you before we went in the room.
Why would I sound any different? I don't understand.
Are you all right? You seem to be fit. Are you...
Well, he kind of looks down at his hands, and you can see it's almost like, Back to the Future when he's fading in and out of existence. I was tied with the student, and now if the student is gone, I will most likely fade away.
Like die?
Well, I've been living long past my time already. It is not a bad thing, just time for me to go.
Were you a ghost when we talked to you the first time?
I was, and nobody really asked or kind of checked in on me. So, but that's okay. It's fine, I know.
It was really nice meeting you, and I'm glad that you're able to move on peacefully now. You're not trapped here anymore.
Thank you. Do you have anything else I can help you with before it's too late?
Well, we got this. We got the notes we were looking for, and thank you because you helped with that, and we have them now.
Do you know what happened to the student? Why were they like that?
He thinks for a second and says, "The student was obsessed with understanding these books, and long back before all this happened, a cache or a cache of strange books was delivered." My dad texted me and said I've been using the word cache wrong, and it's cache. Okay. Anyway, happy Mother's Day. Of books was delivered. There were strange books that were. This is important exposition. Everybody, shut up! The ghost yells. Shut up and listen to me. I'm a ghost. I'm fading away. They were books that were unreadable, that no one could seem to decipher, and the student became obsessed with trying to decipher them, and it simply went mad. And I'm not quite sure if another book or these books caused some sort of aberration curse upon him or her, or if it was just something else that happened. I don't quite know, but they became obsessed with trying to decipher those books.
The books also are going away. They're popping out of existence.
They must have been consumed by the student and only existed by them.
What? They were what?
The student must have read them and made them a part of their own spirit, and if their spirit disappears, then the books will go as well. Were you able to take some before they disappeared?
I got this manuscript, but I wasn't able to grab any books.
So, ghost books?
That's...
Like ghost books?
I think it's possible.
Interesting.
Anyway...
Is the same thing going to happen to us if we read the notes? Are we going to get sucked in by them? Do you know if it's happened before?
I truly have no idea. He's starting... You can see he's like really starting to sort of disappear now.
Oh, no.
And he says, well, thank you, friends. I think I'm going to take my rest. And then there's like this wisp of smoke, and he disappears.
That's really sad.
Tisryn, I hope that your mentor isn't going to fall to the same fate as this student. It sounds like, there's some sort of evil hiding in these books, or maybe someone put a curse on them or something, and maybe there's a correlation, or maybe it's something completely different. But
yes, this is worrisome. Thank you.
You all make your way... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you do what I was going to do.
You all make your way sort of out of this cave back into the sort of abandoned village, and back to the dormitory for a bit of downtime before the Under the Stars party.
But should we look at the notes?
Yeah, we can absolutely. Do you want
Should
when
we
do you
take
want
a
to
long?
do that?
Should we take a long rest first before we?
Yes.
I think maybe we should get a little
Sure.
bit of sleep before we go over these notes with fresh minds and.
You all
Because
bed.
the party's tomorrow, all right, or not today?
I think it was like in a couple of days, so
Oh,
there'll
okay,
be
okay,
a day or two of downtime, in which you can definitely read the notes, do classes, and anything else you'd like to do as well. You all bed down for the evening. Rufus, which room do you sleep in?
Oh. I know that I had to move to the new room because somebody was staying. Who stayed in our room for like
Mo.
a night?
Oh,
It was
right.
Mo?
Yeah.
It was
That was a
Mo.
while ago. That was 6 sessions ago.
I'll be in the new room. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've been in the new room since that happened.
Yeah, you all get a long rest. Who has the notes in the morning? Do you all convene, or how would you like to read them? Where would you like to read them?
Rufus had them, right? Or did Tisryn?
I think Rufus.
Rufus had
Do I
them?
No,
have
did I flew up and got them?
I don't think I had them.
I don't remember.
You all look in your pockets. No one has them.
No.
Jeep says, "I've been here the whole time," and hands them to you, even though I totally forgot he existed. You all gather to read these notes. I'm going to text you the notes in our group chat, and here I go.
Let's read them outside. Let's go sit in like a solid, like a little.
You want to sit in the quad, or do you want to? All right, you guys go in the
Not
little
super
quad
public,
area.
but like, yeah.
Maybe a little bit south of that into like a field.
Oh my goodness.
Real notes.
Oh, I'm scared.
Should we read them out loud?
Up to you.
Because
Yes.
we're on.
Wow.
Because we got Okay,
Should
who
we?
wants to
We
read?
can popcorn it. Like take do that thing you do in class, where you go to the
Let's
next
do
person
popcorn.
after it.
Who goes first?
Not it.
Not everyone.
All right, roll off. Everybody roll off. All right, everybody roll a d20. Lowest one has to start reading first.
Oh my god.
8.
6.
3.
Wow.
Jeez.
All right.
All right. After years and years of study and tuning, the stars are finally beginning to reveal their secrets to me. The ships and crafts that I see traveling the skies are more intricate and many than I could have possibly imagined. Is that what that's supposed to say?
I think so. It says imaged, but I think it means
God damn it.
Imagined.
You just imagine everything is spelled right and there's no typos.
But I have finally unearthed the name of a device used to popcorn. I said popcorn. I'm just gonna. Okay. The ships and crafts that I see traveling the skies are more intricate than I could have possibly imagined, but I have finally unearthed the name of the device used to power them. A helm, or more accurately, a spell jamming helm. Popcorn to Blue. To Rufus.
On my darkest days, I wonder if it was all worth it, dedicating my life to this study. I've been laughed at, shunned, and maligned, but today I caught upon a spark, a name that will keep the fire burning, the arcane.
This feels like Passover right now. All right, sorry for all my Jews. Anyway, go on.
This is for all my Jews. Anthony?
Another fruitless year gone by. Perhaps this is nothing more than a mad dream. Shortly, there are like time has passed. These are different entries.
Yeah, you can see, the notes themselves are like destroyed. They were sort of burned up in places. So it's not just a linear set of notes. It's almost like haphazard, and these are the ones that sort of have popped out the most to you as you're all reading them.
Shortly, I will abandon my pursuits, lest I lose my mind in them. Then another one. I can keep going because they were
Do
so
it,
short.
Anthony. Go for it.
Okay.
I've learned so much in such a short instance. I pray I can record it all. The mysteries of the arcane revealed themselves to me just as fast as I could adjust my lens! ! The arcane? This is very interesting to me, because they're the ones who tried to kill me. The arcane are an ancient, reclusive, and mysterious race. It is unknown where they come from or where they reside, but it is they who manufacture, imbue, and fabricate these helms. Ian.
And the powers these beings possess are truly spectacular. And the helms, how they are fabricated, how fascinating, how frightening. They seem to collect the energy held within the hopes and dreams of other sentient creatures. The arcane can then manipulate this energy to create devices so attuned to a spellcaster's magic that it can power a vessel at a speed I can scarce comprehend.
These beings don't dream themselves. These beings don't dream themselves, so they make trades, deals, and promises. Oh, they don't dream. Okay. The more potent and numerous the dreams they receive, the more they offer in return. From what I understand, they can send creatures or even assassins vast distances to execute their will. They can grant good luck in all endeavors or even turn back time. I scarce believe it, but my lens seldom lies.
And these are what Nilrim wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the...
Why would they be sent to kill me?
I don't know. They're a very reclusive race, and they use dreams. I'm just trying to summarize. They use dreams to
Power
Hang
their
on.
vessels.
The spell
and
jamming
the vessels
helms.
are called helms.
No, the helms are what power the vessels.
The helms are what power the vessels? Let me
Yes.
see.
Yeah, I thought like a spell jammer was the name of the ship, and then the helm is the thing that is on the ship.
And
Right.
Right.
they suck out your dreams and use it for fuel.
Right.
That sounds like
So-
what Baskin was trying to do.
Yes.
Yes. With the little bottle?
The jar?
The jar. Um
Why were
Right.
they trying to kill me?
Well, it says here that they could even go back in time, so maybe in the future, Tisryn, you'll stop a great evil, and they're trying to go back in time and stop you before it even happens, before you stop them. It's like they're trying to get you first. Maybe that's just
But if
that's
they
just
do
my
it then it never would have happened, and then it doesn't. Then everything stops. Everything it breaks things.
a paradox.
A pair of ducks.
A pair of Doc Martens.
Doc Martens
Right.
are not canon in this world.
I just said gibberish. I don't know what I'm...
We can't have anything nice.
Wow, this is such
It's-
like important information. I
We
feel
have to
like
watch
we
if
should...
we see any ducks walking around. We have to make sure that they don't walk in twos. We have to watch out for pairs of ducks.
I will definitely point out any pairs of ducks, but I will say that they don't. It says they don't dream. That they can't dream themselves, so they need other beings for their dreams. So I'm sure that there are people within this school, like our encounter that we already had, who are helping them. I just don't know how many people.
Where is Raskin?
I don't
What's his name?
know.
Baskin or Raskin?
We will
I feel
never
like
know.
This has been a debate for the whole campaign.
I think his name was Baskin. No.
But we said Raskin for a while, and then people went back and figured out it was actually Baskin.
Every time I say one out loud, I'm sure it's the other.
Same. I'm like, I don't know. It's like the Laurel or Yanny thing, or the... Okay.
We
this
should
is-
find him.
But that was not him.
but
We did
that's-
not fight him. We fought a Simalamakam.
Right.
But he still is dangerous. Like, he probably was the one that made the simulacrum. Like, I think...
Do you think he made it, or do you think that? Right. Okay. So Baskin could have made the copy of himself, or somebody
Theory.
else made the copy of himself.
There's only one way to find out, I guess, is to go and observe him from a distance without provoking an encounter, and then seeing if he does anything weird.
But how do we know it's the real him? Because we didn't last time until he went to goo.
Mm.
Snow.
The snow. Mm-hmm.
And what about did you get hamburger back?
No, sorry, I should do that.
Our dearest hamburger. I really
Hey.
liked PA, but since you told us that he stomped on Hamburger, I don't like him or trust him anymore. That one act was all it took to destroy my trust in my
I mean, I
favorite
think
teacher.
something's very wrong with him. Something's going on. I do need to cast Find Familiar, but could I say that I did that before I went to sleep?
Yeah, whatever.
No,
Fine.
What if
I've
PA
prepped
is
it.
also a simulacrum? And what if it's not the real PA? And what if
That's
all of the
scary.
teacher? Okay, no, I'm just going into crazy conspiracy theory territory. But like, what if it's all like they're all like being held captive somewhere by the arcane?
I wonder if there's a way to check if someone is one without getting too involved with them, without having to start a fight or anything. I wonder if there's an easier way.
I have a thought. Our friend who makes the chef, the school chef, whose name I'm forgetting, knows a lot about.
Sorry, hold on. That would be Tefalok the Butcher.
No,
Tepalot?
no. With
Right?
the
No, that's
mustache,
Ash.
eyebrow?
That I don't think you
No,
met.
not
you were-
Ash.
Oh,
No,
oh.
I was talking about Tefaluk because
Oh.
Yeah.
they have experience with replicating food, so
yes.
maybe they would know about replicating like
People?
simulacrums. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's just a start. We could always ask
true.
around multiple people to try to cross-reference information.
Did we have anything else on our agenda for today that we needed to get done before we do that? If anyone remembers.
Go to class.
Is there anything else you all would like to do before you go to class at school?
I don't. That was so funny to me.
I'll summon Hamburger now, so I don't make Noah explode.
You're so brave. Yeah. Anything else you all would like to do, or anyone you'd like to talk to?
Do we have other things pending with the other aliens? We found we took the things to
Cress?
from the assassins.
Yeah, I think they needed to look
little more
over the
time?
ones that we just brought to them. Or no, wait, no, I think they
We
did
met-
answer.
Yeah, we met back with Cress, and they
cart.
said that they said they came something again from the stars,
Yes.
something from above, and that's all they knew. They didn't have more information. We know we're getting ready for the party. That's all fine. I've talked to Bartholomew. Anything else? Oh, well, I mean, if we find the person you have to scare, we can figure out what to do.
I'll help you.
Trina Lee.
Trina Lee, but on a if we see them basis,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still like a plan that I'm brewing in my head, and I will need y'all's help to try to scare them.
You all sit sort of at the sort of below your dorms. Sunny day, cloud passes over, and the wind sort of rustles the tall grass around you as you kind of get up and walk back to your dorm rooms to kind of prep for your next couple of days. Tuyen, do you want to take a look at this original copy of Death in the Tower, this play you got?
I would love to.
Yeah, will you roll me an investigation check with advantage?
And I've practiced. Oh no, I've practiced 2 out of 3 of the monologues.
This is
correct?
true. This is true. 16, yeah. So you look through this old manuscript. It's like very thrilling to hold such an old copy of a famous play. And you can see just from holding it that it's a much longer text than you may have than like the version you're used to, and you get the sense that it's like an original version and that it doesn't match up to the version that you have. Um, you'll have to spend about a few hours reading it, but if you do want to do that, you kind of hang out for a bit, read through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read through it and you notice a couple of things. You notice that there's like a ton of discrepancies from the original manuscript to the manuscript you're used to. Like even the monologues you're working on are different. And it's kind of exciting to see some of like the original intent behind lines that might be a little mysterious. And just from reading this, you gain advantage on all roles when performing or rehearsing anything to have to do with this play.
Yay!
Also,
Good.
there is one section that jumps out at you. It's this like extremely avant-garde section that doesn't actually seem to fit with the rest of the play, and it's very clear and obvious to you why it got cut. It's just very out of place. Where one by one, each character, and you're sort of familiar with the three characters in this play, states their inner monologue. They start with things that they hate, things that they miss, and then they go into things that they dream of. And then from there, they break the fourth wall and encourage the audience to join them in shouting fears, desires, hopes, and dreams. It sort of culminates as this kind of like ceremonial ritual at the end of Act One that was not in the text that you have.
Are Rufus and Tisryn still hanging out with me, or did they go off?
You probably had to. They're probably still in the dorm room. You're probably just like in your dorm room reading this because it just is taking some time. But I can't imagine that they are far away unless you choose to be.
Tisryn and Rufus, I am reading this manuscript, this original text of the play that I'm doing for PA, and at the end of the act, the characters try to get the audience to engage with them in shouting out dreams and fears that they have. It just based off of what we know about dreams being collected by the arcane to use the energy.
Doing this
seems.
play.
But this part
won't.
It won't be in the play that we're doing. It was just a part of the original one. But maybe the author of this play was someone that worked for the arcane or knew about or had a trade, had some sort of business relationship with the arcane.
Is the author alive?
No, the author is definitely, like, as far as you guys know, the author would definitely be somebody who's dead. It's like a very old classic play.
Like kind of like Shakespeare.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe not Shakespeare. Maybe like Eugene O'Neill. I'm so cool.
I don't understand this reference. Okay, Juilliard. Okay.
So wait. So
the
go ahead.
author's not alive, but I don't know. We could maybe even ask PA about it, or that might be too risky. But I could try to sneakily get some information from him.
Did PA choose this play? Did you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and right, and is it very? Do you know if it's very common for this play to be done now? I know that it's an older text, but this newer version of it, is it common for it to be? Is it like how a bunch of all the high schools do like Shrek at one time, or they do, that kind of all goes over like piggybacking on each other.
Everyone's favorite ogre. He totally exists in this.
God damn it! Shrek is a horrible villain in this world.
Oh.
Is it done very often? Or
I would say it's not like Tuyen, you would know, like it's a pretty common play, but this manuscript you have, this original manuscript, feels very rare and new to you.
Well, this play is commonly done, but this specific manuscript, I mean, I didn't know that it existed. It seems very rare.
So who edited it? Who changed it? Who made it not include that bit? Why was it changed?
Yeah, it's very mysterious. I'm gonna ask PA a few questions. I'll be careful, and I'm not gonna try to reveal what I'm trying to get from him, but I'll just, from like a student's perspective, ask him some questions and see if I can get any more information from him.
Maybe don't go alone. Maybe take us with you when you do that, because
But he does not like us right now.
I don't like what I saw in his house.
No, but do we want to be? He might be mean.
What?
He might be mean.
He might be evil, but that's why I'll be very careful, and I will bring you both with me.
You don't have to come, Tisryn, if you don't want to.
But maybe
Rufus
I should
could
wear a
come.
disguise. Maybe I should put on a mustache over my eyes.
So the two of us. So he sees the two of us walk in with someone he's never seen before, when he knows that usually we walk in with a third person who is you.
But the mustache will disguise me.
Right.
What would
You will
your
never
what
know
would,
it is I.
what would your disguise name be?
George.
George.
We like George in this world.
I got the idea because I have a friend named Storage.
Fuck.
I haven't met Storage, have I? I haven't.
Yeah, because Blue
not
forgot
believe
about
so.
storage.
I've not done my work study in quite some time.
Did you want to do that at some point today? Your work study?
Work study got unfortunately canceled due to scheduling issues, but you'll definitely do it sooner or later. There were more pressing issues in the administration, I guess.
So I think it's important that, I would like to try and, I think we should talk to PA. I think that's a great idea too, and I want to figure out why this text was changed, who changed it, because it's a very peculiar text to choose and change and to keep in Revolve in terms of plays that are being done still.
The only thing that I could see possibly going wrong is if PA doesn't know about this original manuscript and then he finds out and then he wants to include it. So maybe I will be very careful with the way that I bring it up and see if he knows anything about it, and if he doesn't, then we can just drop it, and I'll be like, I'll just ask him if he has office time that I can come and practice with him or something like that.
Right. Okay.
When is the audition?
That's a great question. Do I know when the audition is?
He told you that basically just to be prepared, and that it sort of happens on very short notice. You don't know which of the 3 monologues which will happen. It's just sort of almost like a drop of the hat sort of thing.
Okay.
Just like every
I don't
audition
actually
in
know.
real life.
Just like
Yeah.
Is it self-tape or?
Yeah, you do it over a sending stone. Up to you what you all would like to do next. We can move into classes, or you can do not do that. Classes, it sounds like classes. All right. First, yeah.
Is there a way that I can maybe run to the library and check if there's any book with texts, like any book about simulacrums, to see if there's
sure.
like
roll an investigation without role playing it. Roll an investigation check.
Remember to whisper when you're in the library.
16.
A 16, and you're what are you exactly looking for about simulacrums?
I'm looking to see if there is a way to notice that, if there's a way to tell that a creature is a simulacrum or not.
So you don't find a ton of information about simulacrum, as it's like not necessarily like a historical subject, but more of an arcana subject. You do find just like the basics, which includes what you sort of already stumbled upon, which is having to use like gems, ruby gems, and gripweed, which is like a pretty noticeable weed to create a simulacrum, and also having the body built out of snow and having it return to snow and water as well. With the 16, I think you sort of just like reinforce the things that you already know.
Damn. Okay. So we can never know. Okay, I'm gonna go to class.
Bye. All right. So let's do some classes. Let's start with our studying phases. First off, Rufus, you are taking Avoiding Mistakes and Living Your Dreams: A Life After You Are DM by P.A. Witherthorn. Your study DC is 10. So
I do have a question. I wasn't
Please.
clear about last time if I'd passed my class or not, because I remember that the first check I failed, but then the second check was for something.
No,
really,
you passed the first.
I passed
you passed
it.
the first one, and it was like an active thing you were doing.
Okay.
You were like bringing something back to
Yeah.
life, basically, and you were able to succeed on the first, but you weren't able to succeed on the second. So you did pass.
Okay,
You
and
did an ace.
You didn't
just
ace
8.
it.
Okay, so no like student die, no extra roll or anything.
Yes, with that one, there was nothing else you received because it was something else if you would have aced that class.
Cool. Okay.
So your study DC is 10. You can pick anything you'd like, any check you'd like to try and study for your class. I'll let you think about that. Tisryn, you are taking Aberrations, Friend or Foe with Cress. Your study DC is 13. And Tuyen, you can practice your monologue. We can do that. And also, you are taking a class called The Jester and the Mask: Text Analysis by Kierkegaard.
I would like to use insight to determine whether they are friendly or enemy.
Great. Roll a DC 13 insight check.
15.
15. So you have a study dice for your class.
What does that mean again?
It means you have one reroll for a test. Remember Strixhaven, everybody?
I chose. Oh,
Go ahead.
do it is okay to do that. No.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I chose survival.
So it's how to survive this class.
Well, avoiding mistakes.
I love
Living
it.
your dream.
Absolutely.
And I rolled a dirty 20.
Yes, so you absolutely have a study dice. And lastly, Tuyen.
Yeah, I would like to practice my monologue first.
Okay.
And then, I'm not sure because it's not performance because it's text analysis. So investigation or no perception. Perception would be good for reading, right?
I sure, absolutely.
Try to
It's up to you.
the text.
You get to
to perceive the
It's up to you.
Okay.
You if it makes sense to you, you perceive the hell out of that text.
No, I have become the most lenient DM in history.
Listen, that is a Strixhaven rule, actually. That is the rule that they get to decide for studying. So for once, I'm actually following a random rule that everybody follows. So roll a DC 16 perception check as you tried to perceive the book.
18.
All right, so you two have a study dice. Your monologue is the one of the brother. This is the part of the brother who is killed by his jealous sibling. In this monologue, he gives he tactfully gives his wedding vows, professing his love while trying not to draw the ire of his jealous brother. Give me a performance check with.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. He's tactfully giving his wedding vows as a monologue while trying to distract his brother. What?
It's a play. Oh my gosh, open your mind. No, he's in the scene. He knows that his brother is like this violent, insane person who's obsessed with this person he's going to marry. So he's trying. Yeah, but it's like very gothic. It's very Strahd. He's not really in power in the situation. It's operatic. It's It's
Okay. I somehow rolled a 2 for both of them.
You have advantage. You have advantage because of you reading the original manuscript.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that I rolled twice. Like
Great.
that was
So you're
so 7.
a 7 performance check. Amazing.
Yeah.
And your deception.
Oh, forgot to do the deception. Deception also with advantage.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. 16. I
16.
rolled 13 for both of them. Why am I doing like the same twice in a row?
Ooh.
That's so weird.
All right.
So 16 for deception,
great.
7 for performance.
Tuyen, why don't we do your class first? This is the Jester in the Mask text analysis with Kirkaboom, this Aasimar with long black hair and this sort of brooding but very kind demeanor. The class is about the many ways a text or script can sort of perform itself on multiple levels and elicit different emotions, reactions, participation, and can sort of encode certain meanings within the text and metaphor, and sometimes even be a conduit for arcane energy as well. Go ahead and as you try to understand the hidden meanings,
Anthony.
go ahead and give me a DC 16 insight.
What is happening? Ooh,
There you go.
I'm gonna use
That's
my
okay.
reroll.
Use your reroll.
Insight?
Yes.
That's worse. Why is this happening to me?
I'm guessing you failed both of those?
Yeah, a 4 and then a 2.
As you try to pull the threads of hidden meanings and sort of connect the different passages that you were given, just nothing comes together and you just write a bunch of gobbledygook. The next test is about pulling at arcane threads. It's this giant flow chart about how to connect arcane energy to like subtextual messages in a script. Go ahead and give me a DC 16 Arcana check.
13.
13, yeah, you fail that as well. You're sort of just distracted by all of this information that's coming at you, and you fail your class.
No, this is my first time failing.
Tisryn, you are taking Aberrations, friend or foe. As you walk in, Crest sees you and kind of waves to you. You can see like they're both excited you're there because of the sort of relationship and friendship you're forming, but also dismayed because last time you were here, you did fail their class horribly. This class is a deep dive into aberrations, where they come from, how they're created, how to distinguish them and identify them from other beasts. The first is a multiple choice history test about the history of aberrations, DC 13 history.
Natural 20.
Whoa! All right, amazing. That means you get a reroll on your next test, regardless. For the second part of her lesson, Cress takes you all to this huge warehouse that they have adjacent to her office. It's like in this subterranean warehouse where there's like these cages covered in cloth. And she says, we're going to take some notes with the different features of live aberrations, so please be cautious. She goes up to one of these cages and pulls off this blanket and says, here we have what is called a flump. And you see this floating jellyfish that sort of glides in the air with these long tendrils at the bottom, and these two long eye stalks that sort of take you in very kindly. And says, she says, now remember, a flump's color reflects its mood, so always make sure to keep an eye out for that, especially if it's turning red. Cress moves to the next cage and says, this is an aberration we call the flying whore. Please remember, these beasts have a terrible fear-inducing scream, so make sure to plug your ears. And as she pulls the blanket away, she reveals a completely empty cage. She looks at the cage and looks at you and says, unfortunately, class will be canceled for the rest of the day. Please leave and be careful. And that is the end of your class.
Oh,
But
Rufus, it is now your class.
Oh no.
Can I
The
look
flying-
for the flying horror?
What's that?
Can I look for it?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Oh, I thought you said something. Oh, flying
19.
horror. Okay.
Oh, it's horror?
What did
I
you
heard-
think I said?
I heard.
I thought you said
horror.
flying horror.
I heard that too. I was like, that's why Blue and I were both like,
This
A what?
absolute skank is flying through the air. I'm sorry. Horror. Everyone in chat is saying, yeah. They all
Horror.
said,
It also really sounded like
Flying
horror.
horror.
what is wrong with
A
me?
flying
Horror.
horror.
This is a very unique kind of, I feel like I run a very unique kind of game where everyone doesn't say anything when I say a flying whore is an average. My goodness. Oh boy.
I was
Okay.
just gonna roll with it.
I was gonna roll.
Anthony, what did you roll for your perception check to see this absolute horror?
19.
You look around this sort of warehouse and clothes. You don't see anything. Nothing in the corners. It's very well lit and everything. And from Cress's demeanor, it seems like they would not be in this room. Like if something was in this room, you would know it. And she just sort of ushers you out very quickly, just sort of out into the open air and the sun again. Rufus, you take your seat in PA's class. You can see that it's packed. It's your first time taking a class of his. And there's almost like this kind of excitement in the room. PA is at the front of the class. He's prepping some notes. And once he finishes setting up, he spots you. And he comes over to where you're seated and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, glad to see you're doing all right, Rufus. Enjoy. It's nice to have you in class. And then goes back up to the front of the class. Make an insight check.
21.
21. Yeah. You don't really pick up anything off PA, but you actually notice around you, like a lot of people are almost excited by how he treated you. And this would sort of jive with your experience in his classes too, Tuyen, that there is almost like this excitement or jealousy or interest of sort of this unique relationship or personal relationship you have, that other people are excited or interested or looking at you. The first half of his class is him talking about all the career paths of famous performers, most of whom are famous enough that you've heard of them before. There's traveling bards and a famous shapeshifter, and he even actually briefly touches on Tuyen's father, Captain Crowley, and talks about his journey very briefly. And then in the next bit of the lecture, he talks about his own journey. He sort of pulls up a chair in front of the class, and everyone you can look around is like in rapt attention. And he says, I was once a young performer with great promise. Seemed the world was spread before me, but chance after chance slipped through my fingers. I couldn't tell if there was something wrong with me or my art, or if I was cursed. Perhaps my whole life had been a lie. I became embittered, angry, jealous, filled with angst, emptiness, longing, constantly wished I could start over, do it all over again, go back and fix everything that I had done wrong. I want to save you all from that fate, and it's never too late to start again. And the thing that keeps me, that turned me around was all of you, your enthusiasm, your passions, your desires and dreams to succeed in every way you choose. That keeps me going. He begins to hand out tests. The first test is a history of great performers through the ages, a history DC 10.
Okay. $13.
13, yeah. So you pass that very easily, a very easy test. He brings up like another sheet of paper and says, for this next session, I'd like to do something a bit more unorthodox. I'd like you to take out a piece of paper, jot down your hopes, dreams, desires, fears that you have for yourself after you leave this university. And we'll find a time to discuss them, and I will do everything in my power to help you achieve the future you imagine for yourself. So he's just asked you to take out a piece of paper and jot that down. This will be a pass-fail, essentially.
Can I do it, but lie?
You certainly can. Give me a either a sleight of hand or a deception check.
Okay. Where's deception? Oh, sleight of hand. 9 sleight of hand.
9. Yeah, you're like struggling to figure out how to worm your way through this. You feel like he knows you, he knows your family. You're trying to figure out how to say something that will feel truthful to him, but also feel stuck in the fact that he knows you and your friends very well. And you feel like it's not a lot of time to sort of just jot down these things. You feel unconvinced of your ability to have convinced him of that. And that would, so that's that. I would call that a fail, unfortunately.
Fair.
After classes are over, and you all have gathered back in your rooms, is there anything you'd like to do? No? Yes?
I want to tell them about I did so well on my test, and then the class was canceled because there's a horror around.
God damn it.
And there's what do you
There's a what?
What do you mean?
It is a horror.
Did some... So what class were you taking? Sorry.
Aberrations.
Aberrations. So there's... Okay, but you're
Something
saying
is loose?
There's a loose horror around.
there's...
God damn it. The light in Anthony's eyes when that was set up for him came through my computer screen.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
So what I'm hearing you say is that there's a loose hole?
Yes.
Whore or horror?
Ooh, I do not know.
Oh,
You don't
boy.
know?
Well, whatever it is, it's gonna be.
So what should we be
taken.
looking for?
Common is my second language.
Did they say anything else about this this loose thing that we can
just that
know
I think we have to be careful. So I'm just trying to tell you to be careful.
But
We'll keep
what
an
does
eye
it look
out.
like? What it
I do not
sounds
know.
like?
It screams horror. It screams.
Screams? Okay.
I think.
Either a screaming horror or a screaming whore.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And
Maybe
you
the
said it
loose horror will
flies?
go to the party.
Oh no.
What's that? Is that a Tarrasque out the window? Everybody! Oh my God. As you all are talking, you do hear a knock on your front door.
I go and open it.
You see, oh God damn it. Yarth, you see Yarth standing there. And she looks at you all and says, hello friends. We were going to have a bit of a picnic and a small contest with Grezel Thumb Slappy Wag. If you would care to join us today at Elmar's Lagoon.
I will go there with you now.
Okay.
Elmar's Lagoon.
Eagerly.
Oh, how do you feel, Tuyen?
Yeah, let's do it.
You all follow Yarth, who sort of is in this yellow and white polka dotted dress with their like large green skin and body, walking in front of you. You all head over to Elmar's Lagoon. You can see that there's like this like blanket spread out on the grass in front of the lagoon. You see Grezel Thump is there with all of her like band equipment laid around.
I run up to Grezelthump and give her a big hug.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
How's Weasel?
Weasel? Not good, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
What happened?
he he retired from racing, and I found a new home for him, sort of in like a place where generally weasels can sort of go and have their final years together.
Then why is that a bad thing?
Oh, I miss him. I miss him.
Oh,
Yeah, I miss him, and I remember him really well.
Weasel named Weasel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember. I was there.
Well, anyway, thank you. Okay, that's all.
You also see Moonswallow is there. Mark is there, and
I hide away from Moonswallow.
yeah, you actually just realize that you've just ran past Moonswallow, Mark, and Trina Lee, a human with the short blue hair, big brown eyes, and like yellow dress and black leggings. You just ran by them, and Moonswallow is immediately glaring at you. As you can see, you look down, you can see you like ran over the blanket and like sort of knocked over a bit of jam, and there's like a cracker on the blanket that you just sort of ran by as she sort of glares at you.
I hide from her.
Hi, Moonswallow.
Hey, hi, Tuyen. Hi, Rufus. How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah, I'm excited to have this little lakeside. Is it a lake or is it a this lagoon side?
We all know what
This
a lagoon looks
side.
like.
We have a space. Right. How are you
I know
doing?
my bodies of water. I should.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm looking forward to the Under the Stars party. That should be really fun.
Me too. I have a hot date. I'm excited.
Who's your date? Oh my God, tell me.
Oh my god. Okay, do you know Ahmed Rast?
I do. Why is your friend acting so weird? He's just like trying to... Ugh.
I don't know. Tisryn,
He-
you okay, buddy?
He feels bad about scaring you.
He should. He really
Okay, well-
freaked me the frick out.
All right. Well, he did apologize, and it was an accident.
No, it wasn't. He scared me on purpose.
Again, it was an accident.
Yeah,
He did
but
try to apologize to you. I think that he's now very scared that, you will never forgive him, and so he's frightened and he's hiding.
It was a misunderstanding, and
It-
but I
yeah.
do understand you were hurt physically and emotionally, and that was not okay. And I'm glad that you've healed from that. But I think maybe give him a second chance or a third chance.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
As Mark and Trinity look on in interest.
We've been to therapy.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 12. All right. I'll hear what he has to say. But this is, I swear to God, and I want you to hear me. I swear to the gods. This is the last chance. If he does something that freaks me again, I'm done with him, like, for good. Okay?
Hello, Moonswallow. Thank
Can
you
I
for
message-
Considering. No, I'm right there. Hi there. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna message you anyways and just
Oh.
say, just be very calm
I'm going to be
and
calm.
say apologize, and then just say you'd like to be friends, and that's all, and then you'll be done, and they'll be
Moonswallow,
okay.
I'm speaking to you calmly. I
Okay.
want to be friends, and I'm apologizing again.
Why do you want to be friends with me?
I just want to be friends because you're friends with my friends, and I love my friends.
So it doesn't have to do anything with me. You don't even really like me that much. You just want to
Say-
be friends with me because I'm friends with your friends?
Say that you like her dark,
I
spooky
like Your dark and
aesthetic.
spooky aesthetic.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. See, I am remaining calm, and I'm not scaring you in any way.
Roll either a performance or persuasion or deception check with disadvantage.
I rolled a natural 20 on the other one, but a 17 on the other, so 16.
A 16. With a 16, she looks at you and says, I'll make you a deal. We're going to do... you know what? Actually, I'll make you this deal. Yeah, I have an even better deal. Can I maybe talk to you in private for a second?
Yes.
And she starts to walk away from the rest of the group.
And I calmly follow her.
Yeah, step by step. After you're sort of like a little bit away, she turns to you and says, "Look, I don't have a date to the Under the Stars party yet. If we're friends, could we go as like friends and you be my date to the
Yes,
Under the
what will be expected of me? I want to fulfill my obligations calmly.
Good. You have to wear something that matches my aesthetic. So like dark, black, brooding, depression, pain. So something like that. You have to pick me up from my dorm room, which is pretty near it's near yours. She kind of tells you exactly where her dorm room is. And like, I don't know if there's like dancing or games or anything, but like if there is dancing, then you definitely do have to like dance with me. And if everybody's mean to me, you have to like, I don't know, hit them or something.
I will tangle with the people who threaten you with their harsh words.
And what about the dancing?
The dancing, I love to dance. Can I do flips as part of my dancing?
No, it has to be like she starts to dance and it's like very moody and like small and like, you know, very internal.
Do you have a cigarette?
She says, "No, you have to bring them."
But if I have a cigarette, then
I know you have to get me a cigarette.
Okay, I will do this.
She puts out a hand to shake your hand.
I shake your hand.
And
Moonswallow.
you have a positive relationship point with Moonswallow. I think you're only at -1.
Yay!
Shocking.
You have
worked
to bring
hard
the
for that.
cigarettes.
I worked hard for it.
You really did. Do either of you want to talk with anybody with Mark or Trinalee or anything?
I want to pull Tuyen aside and say, is that Trinalee?
Yes.
Chewie, what is the plan? Cannot do it around Moonswallow. We cannot scare Moonswallow's party.
No, I think we should try to get Trina away from the group if possible. And then, since we are near water, I'll use my shape water ability to create some sort of spooky ghost mist that'll fly around her or something like that. Or I could do water snakes again, but I want to try something different.
As you are sort of putting this plan together, Grezel Thumb starts talking and calls the group together and says, "Okay, everybody, it's time for the stone skipping contest. So everybody come over to the water. We're going to do sort of a round robin for stone skipping. And the winner gets this." And they hold up this big jug with all these like multiple little spouts on it.
What is that?
This is called an alchemy jug. You can make a bunch of stuff like poison and beer and I think milk. I'm not really sure. They sort of like pour it over and just like a bunch of water just keeps pouring out of it. And then they tip it up and they Grezel sometimes, yeah, that's pretty much. So you win that.
I feel like that would be cool to use at the party.
That would be very helpful for you, wouldn't it? Can it create water?
I don't know. You'll have to win it.
Okay.
All right. So it's a stone skipping contest. First up is Grezel Thump versus Tuyen. So go ahead and roll a d20.
Tuyen.
17.
With a 17, roll a d12.
Oh. Which one is the D?
It's like the mini d20.
D20, but too big. The sides are too big.
Wait. Does it have a pentagram shape or a triangle?
It's sort of like it's like this.
Everyone hold up your d12.
This
It's
is
like a
D12,
D20,
this
but
is
not.
D20. See, they're similar, but it's
Oh,
bigger.
so it is the one with the pentagram shape on it, I believe. I think.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Yes.
9.
9. You outskip Grazzle Thump, who only got a 6. So you move on to the next round. Up next is Moonswallow versus Tisryn. So roll a d20.
I want to roll it. I want to fail. On
You
purpose.
can purposely fail if you'd like.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a d4.
Cute.
1.
1. Perfect. You just throw your stone straight in the ground. And Moonswallow sort of looks down at the ground and says like, that was pretty cool, whatever. And then but sort of smiles as she walks away. Up next is Mark versus Rufus. Mark steps up and says, "Hey, remember me? I'm Mark." And
Shut up, Mark. Throw the rock.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
14.
14. With a 14, roll a d10.
A d10.
What are these rules?
Where's my 10?
What is happening?
This is a deep lore set from 2nd edition, actually.
A 5.
A 5. Mark rolled a 7 and beat you. As you all count, you can see the stones plunk, 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 plunk. And his
fuck off, Mark. Just
he goes for a high 5.
No, I turn around and walk away.
All right, up next will be 3 of you. It will be Moonswallow versus Mark versus Tuyen. So go ahead and roll a d20, Tuyen. Oh, not good.
I hate Mark.
I'm not going to cheer out loud.
10.
10. Okay, roll a d8.
And a D8 is the one with the
That's
kind of like a diamond
Like a-
shape.
Exactly.
Diamond, yes.
A
Like a
DM.
diamond in the rough.
Oh wait, that was not a D8. That
Ooh.
was something else. Hang on. Let me roll the correct.
It's under D&D Beyond. It's under the double dice.
Okay, I got a 1.
A 1. You all 3 line up, Mark, Moonswallow, and Tuyen. You just throw the rock and it catches the water clunk in the ground. Mark's sort of slips out of his hand and only goes like clunk clunk, and Moonswallow's goes all the way down the lagoon, and she wins the alchemy jug.
Wow.
She brings it back over to the blanket where Yarth and Trina were sitting, and Trina looks at you all and says, "That was pretty good. Way to go, Moonswallow." And she says like, "Yeah, whatever."
I
And then
calmly say, Moonswallow, I'm very happy to see that you won the alchemy jug.
thanks. Yeah. Do you want like some poison or something?
Maybe my friend, your friend too, Tuyen, could maybe use some poison. Maybe
Okay.
would that be all right? I do not know what I would do with poison. But
I
thank
think
you.
I think I can also pour like beer or milk. Do you want any beer or milk?
Oh, do you want to bring it to the party tonight and then we can use it for beer?
That sounds like a great idea. And for poison.
But maybe not poison tonight, but at a later time.
Okay, whatever.
You are very interesting, Moonswallow.
Thanks. I guess I am. And she looks happy for a moment. Maybe the happiest you've ever seen her.
Oh.
You're still at a negative, and then she
No, you're
glares at
still-
you. She glares at you for a second for making her happy.
Oh my god.
Can I go
Yes.
over to Yarth and just ask,
Hey,
have
Rufus.
you gotten any have you been able to sleep lately?
Oh, yes. I've been sleeping so good. It was so bad not to sleep. I felt like I was just so tired all the time, but now I sleep very well. Thank you.
Good, right. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I'm just checking.
Have you seen Baskin?
No. I don't think anybody has.
That's so weird. Yeah, we haven't seen him since.
His class is still on the roster sometimes. I don't.
No, that couldn't be. Last time I checked, It just said his name, but there was no class next to it.
Right. That was it. Well, if anyone sees him, can you let us know?
I certainly will. Is there anything you'd like to do with Trina, or just sort of move on and keep her in your sights?
How do I do this? Yeah, no, I don't think I don't want to say anything to her, but I will sort of just like hang around until she leaves and then try to stealthily follow her.
Okay, yeah, you can see it's coming to an end. You can see everybody is sort of talking about this party, what they're gonna wear. It seems like it's very important to dress to the theme, that like everybody will be there, and perhaps even some of the teachers might show up as well. Everyone starts to pack up. Go ahead and make a stealth check to try and track her.
Oh no. I have. Oh no, never mind. Sleight of hand. Oh no, I do have my student dice from Acapella for stealth, so I'm gonna use that. Let's see. Okay. Still not that great. 3 plus 8, so 11.
An 11.
That took way too long for me to figure out.
She starts walking. You sort of just like casually follow behind her and then try and find like a few trees to slip behind. She starts walking north back towards her college dorms, but she stops after like abruptly in the middle of the road once she's like a little bit of ways away, and without turning around, she says, "I know you're back there, Tuyen. Why are you following me?"
Hey, what's up? Sorry, that probably seemed creepy. How are you? I feel like, we're in acapella together, but we haven't really gotten the chance to get to know each other. We both have blue hair. I think that's super, super cool.
She walks up close to you and says, "To be honest, I'm not really that interested in getting to know you, Tuyen. You're gonna have to try better than that." And she turns and walks away as you take a negative relationship point with Trina Lee.
Damn it.
The rest of the day goes by. Anthony?
No, I want to find. But do you want us to help you, Tuyen, in any way?
Has she like fully walked away, or are we
Yeah,
still within?
it's she is making her way fully back to her campus, and is definitely on high alert as you tried to sort of sneak by her.
We'll try and get her another time. But I appreciate it though. Thank you, Tisryn.
You're welcome.
The rest of the
Did you see the moon swallow smiled at me more than once?
That was so good. I'm so proud of you, buddy. That's so good.
Rufus helped me.
Yes, I'm so happy for you. I mean, because Moonswallow is very sweet. She can be a little standoffish sometimes, but I think that's just her quirky personality.
Do you have any magic that you can help me make my garments into black? Do you have any eyeshadow or anything? Do you have any ways that I can? Do you have like dark hoods?
Oh,
Or-
I might have some. I might have some dark hoods. I brought a very large wardrobe. I'm sure you can borrow something.
I have some eyeliner that I can help you, teach you how to use it, and some black nail polish. I could paint your nails.
Oh my god.
And where might I find cigarettes?
What?
That is a great question. I know that
There was someone at my monastery who dressed like Moonswallow who smoked cigarettes.
You know what you should do? You should steal Stefan's cigarettes. That would make me happy. Because I hate.
You can also ask Jeeps. Just don't make a big thing of it, because he doesn't like people to know very much.
Oh, Jeeps.
Should I be calm when I ask him?
Be very
Is
calm
Jeeps
and
here?
just
No,
Jeeps with us?
he was not. As you
Oh.
walk back, he didn't go with you to this social gathering.
Yeah, whenever he's not with us, he's smoking. But what you should do is just ask as if you don't know that he has them. Like, oh, do you happen to have cigarettes? Know where I can get some? And then
I do not want
he'll
to smoke it.
probably-
I just want to hold it.
Yes, of course. Yeah, he'll definitely, probably give you one and not say anything about it, and then we won't bring it up
No, I
again.
need to bring multiple because I need to give Moon Swallow a cigarette.
Okay, well then you can say, do you know where I could get a pack of cigarettes?
Where's Jeeps?
You all make your way back to the dorm rooms. Jeeps has his own room, so you could knock on his.
I knock
his
on
door.
Jeeps' door.
It slowly opens up. You can see Jeeps is sort of waving something away, and as he opens the door, good day, Tisryn. How may I help you?
Hello, Jeeps. Do you know? I do not. There's no particular reason why I'm asking you this, but would you happen to know where I might be able to find a pack of cigarettes?
Roll a persuasion check.
15.
A pack of cigarettes. Just a
I
moment.
do not want to smoke. I just want to hold it, and I have to give it to my friend.
Yes. Just a moment. He closes the door and comes back out. And he's holding like this little baggie, and he says, "Unfortunately, sir, all I have is loose leaf."
Do you have other means? There's some, whatever they make cigarettes with.
Unfortunately, I usually use a wooden pipe, sir.
Do you know where I might be able to find a pack of cigarettes?
Are there any other students on campus who smoke cigarettes?
Oh yes, I will find. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Goodbye.
Jeez.
Tuyen, where do I find him?
Stefan, I don't know
Roll
what
a-
classes he takes.
Roll a
Who?
Ian. Roll an insight check with advantage to see if you can sort of approximate where you think he might be.
Because he doesn't live on campus, right? Or does he?
He does live on campus.
Oh, okay. Oh no. So I got a 12.
Yeah, with a 12, you feel like if you like sort of scour the dorms, you'd be able to find his room. And as you guys make your way over there, and as everyone starts to think about what they'd like to wear to the party, and as you might have to go a little early to have this meeting with Bartholomew, I think we'll take a little short break there. There's a lot going on.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And
Just for cigarettes.
as we turn this into a pro cigarette stream,
Oh no.
Prop. Just a holding prop.
just a prop,
A holding
just a prop. We will see you back after intermission. All right, bye.
Me.
All right, we are back. It's the morning of the party. Let's say that. And you are all getting ready for the party. But first, would you like to first go to try and find cigarettes before you get ready? All right. So you head over to where you think Stefan's room is.
I want to be very sneaky.
All right, you go up a flight of stairs. It's like you're going to the top, and you get to the kind of the corner, the turn of the hallway where you think this room is. Roll a stealth check, and Tuyen, why don't you roll a stealth check as well? I assume you're going with
20.
I was gonna say I want to go with him to help him. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Good start.
Okay. Stealth. Come on.
Can I send Hamburger with them?
Absolutely. In fact, I insist. Roll a stealth check for Hamburger.
I can use my student dice for acapella
Definitely.
once a day.
Once per day, yeah.
Once per day.
Let me
Okay, so
just
it's a new day.
Pull up these stats.
Hamburger.
Lizard stat.
I have lizard if you need. I have lizard stats.
Amazing.
If you need.
Okay, 16.
16.
I do.
For me.
Do you need blue?
I do. I can never bring them up, and I'm so silly. Okay.
It's like a +2
I
or
have
3,
my
right?
Notion. Hello, I have my Notion. And,
Nice.
I have this from when I play Griffinus the Druid.
We love
Oh.
Graffinas.
Whoa. And then
Stealth?
I have a flat 16.
16.
Yeah, that's it. He gets no bonus.
You
Okay, so-
all make your way quietly down this hallway, especially Tisryn. It's almost like you sort of pad your wings every time that somebody is stepping to like loosen, so you're not even creaking on any of the floorboards or anything. And you make your way down, and you're sort of trying to figure out which door is which. There's some names that don't. There's some names that are, going all the way down the hall, and on the far end of the hall on the right, you see a room, and in the door, carved into the wood of the door, very crudely, is the name Stefan Gallo.
I tried the door very quietly.
You take the door. Roll a stealth check.
18.
18, yeah. Very quietly, you twist, and the door's unlocked.
I poked my head in very quietly and carefully.
You poke your head in. What you take in just at first is sort of a room in disarray. There is like clothes spread out. You can see like a rumpled bed. He doesn't have roommates, so it's just a very small room. But make
Is it straight boy stinky?
It's not straight boy stinky. It's like nasty man stinky. You kind of get this whiff of, because it's just sort of like gross and dank, and like that you can tell he smokes in here. You can tell like he doesn't clean anything. There's like nothing charming about it. It is actually just sort of like rank in like sort of an off-putting way. Do you want to move in closer, or as you sort of step in the room, go ahead and make either a perception or investigation check. It's not a very big room.
It rolled out of it bounced out. It's not, 7.
A 7. Yeah, as you look around, you don't see anybody in this room. And in fact, what catches your eye as like you're starting to take in the room is that the disarray almost seems like there was a struggle. You look at the desk and you can see that the desk is like almost cracked in half. At first, it just seemed like there was just crap piled on top of it. But as you sort of like move it aside, you can see that there's like, it's cracked in half. You sort of pull back the curtains. The room's not very big, so you kind of get the sense if somebody were hiding, you may be able to find them. But you pull back the curtains and you can see like there's a shatter through like part of the window. It's not completely cracked, but it looks like something might have smashed into it. And you also see like kind of like a hole in the wall that like something might have slammed into the wall.
I go out and I get trained. I think that there was a struggle in the violence in here. Look, and they show him these things.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, he's not a very nice person, so maybe someone finally beat his ass.
I was ready to do it on your behalf.
Thank you, Tisryn. I really appreciate
But I
it.
did not do this. This was not. I did not do this.
Quickly though, before he comes
Yes,
back or
let's
fights
find
us here.
cigarettes.
Everybody
We need to find
roll an investigation check.
7.
7.
3.
6.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Oh.
My God. My God. You find a pack of cigarettes. You open it up. There is one full cigarette, and there is another cigarette that is like the front half is good, but the second half, it looks like it was smashed in whatever kind of struggle.
I will use the broken cigarette for myself, and I will preserve the good cigarette for Moonswallow.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in this room?
I mean,
I
Can I
spit
search
on his
for
bed.
cigarettes?
Okay.
Well, can Hamburger
Hold
search for
on.
my
Sorry.
cigarettes?
I don't mean to interrupt, Blue, but Ian just said that he spit on somebody's bed, so I sort of want to just get that in there.
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
Just like that.
yeah.
Is there anything I can tell about the hole in the wall? Does it look like it's an
In the window?
explosion or a punch or a? I mean,
It yeah, you know, you're sort of taking this room from that 7, and then Tisryn or Tuyen just spit on somebody's bed and hocked a huge loogie on it. And you sort of are trying to figure out in the wall. It doesn't look like an explosion. There's no sort of like impact mark. It looks like just like somebody slammed backwards into a wall.
No
perhaps.
blood?
There's no blood.
Are there any like clues, like I don't know, like a stray feather, stray like clump of hair that got ripped out or something? Or...
From the investigation check, you weren't able to find anything. The room is such a mess. There's like torn books, there's crumpled papers, there's scripts everywhere. There's you do find like the same script and monologues you have from Death in the Tower. You find that in there.
is the glass? Did it break out or in?
It broke. It looks like it's breaking out, like something from the inside smashed it and just sort of cracked it, but it's not fully shattered.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just sort of all you're able to divine. And sorry, Blue, what does Hamburger want to do?
Oh, well, he sees Tuyen spit on the bed, so he also just spits on the bed. And then if there's any little, like, smaller spaces or that he can get into, can I try and investigate?
Yeah, roll an investigation for your...
he has a -5 to
Hamburger.
investigation, by the way.
-5? Oh,
Yeah, look at his face.
he's just so little.
Okay, so 8.
Yeah, you all sort of take in the same things. And part of it is just like the room is in such a state of chaos that it's hard to pick out what could be a clue, what could be... yeah, and then the lizard just sort of looks at you expectantly and see if you're going to spit on the bed too.
Should I spit on the bed?
Sure, if you want to.
It's hard to spit with a beak, but I will try.
Make a performance check to see how your bird spit went.
2.
Yeah, you just flip it up and it splashes everywhere. It's on your beak. This is horrid. Anyway, we need to move on from people spitting on
All right, let's
beds
get out of here.
and
Let's get out of
finding
here.
cigarettes. What happened? But a very strange, very strange.
That was very weird.
Should we
but
tell
also,
anyone? No, how do we explain? How do we explain?
No, this will just be between us, I think.
We cannot explain that we found ourselves in Stefan's room.
Yeah, no, that would look very bad for us.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
We sneak back out.
You
just
make
to
your
not be
way-
caught by anyone.
Will you
yeah.
please put the makeup on my eyes?
Yes, and I'll paint your nails.
Thank you.
As you go back to the dorm room, you know, Rufus, you know you're supposed to meet Bartholomew sort of before the party. So describe to me how you would like to look, what you're going to wear as you make your way to the Under the Stars University Real Del Mar off-campus
Yeah.
student party?
I think that I probably overdress. Probably like a really nice pressed, like dark blue suit. It's not like shiny, but it's got a little bit of a shine to it. Kind of like the like prom dress material, like that kind of shine. And maybe like a black tie, like overdressed.
Great.
And some nice loafers.
Is Jeeps coming with you?
Yes.
And are you going to ask Jeeps to wear anything? Is you gonna ask him to dress up?
I told him he could if he wanted to. That
Okay.
he's coming as strictly as a bodyguard, does not need to participate in any of the frivolities, but if he wants to dress up, he can.
He shows up in a suit that looks very similar to yours, but instead it's reversed, so it's like black sparkly with the silver tie. So he's sort of your sort of mirror in that.
Incredible.
I'm so excited to see this fan art.
Oh, and all of the curly hair like overly gelled and like combed backwards.
Good. And Tuyen, you'll be helping with Tisryn, of course, but what will you be wearing, Tuyen?
So when I paint Tisryn's nails, I also paint my own. So we have matching black nail polish. Tuyen is going to wear this sort of loose, flowy, like deep V-neck pirate shirt, and it's black, with some blue pants. They're like not like, it's not denim. It's like a dark blue, I guess like cotton material. And he like teases his hair, so it's like all like, sort of this like poofy, wavy mullet. And then he does his makeup to have like glitter, like dark smoky eye with glitter.
Amazing.
I
And
want you to put the tears falling from my eyes as well under my eye makeup.
Wow, okay. Moon Swallow's influenced you, I see.
Well,
So I
impress her.
drawn the black eyeliner with some very beautiful
we make a
tears.
sleight of hand check.
Yes, I can. Sleight of hand with advantage because of my positive relationship with Boone. Wait, really? Can I also add on my... Oh, no. The student die is stealth. Never mind. 10.
10. Yeah, you draw just like a big teardrop circle, sort of like coming down Tisryn's face, but they're not terrible.
Not my best work, but I'm also used to doing my makeup on myself, not someone else.
And
And
you get close? You can be
yeah,
close?
I lay out a bunch of everything that I have that's
Yeah.
like kind of black, and for an event, I'm gonna just lay out on my bed.
And Tisryn, how would you like to style that to make it fit you?
I want to belt it. I want to wear a belt. And I want to roll up the pants to leave my calves exposed.
Wow.
And I want to wear
Sorry.
the hood. I want
There
to
we
put the
go.
hood over me.
Okay, so you've got like sort of this hood up over you, it's black over, there's a belt, and then you're wearing black pants with your calves exposed.
Yes.
I mean, obvious,
And no shoes because
yeah.
of my talon feet,
Yeah.
which are painted black.
Did you want me to paint your talons as well?
Yes.
Okay, so fingernails and talons have been painted black.
Now, so two of you have dates, which you are supposed to either be picked up or pick up. It's not so far off campus if you want to go with Rufus to meet Bartholomew. You feel like, you're going fairly early, that you could go up, go with Rufus and then head back down to campus to pick up your dates. Or Rufus
want us to come?
Yes, or Rufus can go by himself. It's up to you.
You don't need to really. It'll be nothing. I'll just be there a bit earlier than you. Don't worry about it, because then you'll have to go all the way there and come back and meet your people and then meet me. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, we'll see
I'll
you
just
there
see you
later.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, I will see you there.
You want us to bring anything?
Oh, I think we've got everything covered. I don't think. No, just yourselves. I think
Okay.
should be fine.
Watch out for the horror.
Right. Yes, I will watch out for the horror. Yes.
And you are you bringing jeeps with you to meet Bartholomew?
Yeah, I'll bring jeeps.
You bring jeeps up. You head up north through campus, following the trail you went through before. You begin to approach the dean's house where you were once before, and you see Bartholomew, dare say, sitting on a stone bench outside in the sort of walkway up to the house. There's a small backpack at his side. You're reminded of the last time when you were here, when you heard the ghost of the assistant Dean Ara told you there was a young man who looked like Bartholomew who used to sit outside and cry. As you approach, he looks up at you, and his sort of blonde hair falls over his face, and he brushes it out of the way. You can see he's dressed for the party. He's got this tight-fitting wine red suit, and then he has this like black cape, and you can see that even in the light, it like sparkles and shifts with like stars and small animated planets that almost seem to spin on this cape, this sort of magical cape. And he looks up and you say, "Oh, Rufus, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. How are,
Yes.
you look fabulous, by the way. I love that on you."
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. I just found it in my closet. And jeeps, I'll just be a moment if you want to just. But yes, you also look very good, and your clothes has movement on it. What's happening? It's like
It's just an animated piece I bought, and you see kind of pulls it up, and you can see like there's like a spinning sort of gaseous planet that is like animated and sort of spins on the back of his cape, and says, "I just got something for the theme." It's amazing what you can buy with money.
yes, money makes the world go round, and there's a lot of little worlds going around on your clothing. That's good. So what is it that you wanted for me to
Yes.
come here for?
Right.
Not
right.
impressed.
He darkens for a moment and says, "Look, please try not to be mad. I know that your family has always wondered how my family has maintained their wealth and stayed one step ahead of you, and I would like to tell you. But there's a bit I need to tell you. Is that all right?"
Why would you tell me that?
I think it will make sense once I finish.
And how do I know that you're not lying?
Well, you'll just have to hear me out, and then you can decide if I'm telling the truth or not.
Would you allow me to look into your mind while you were explaining this?
I would, yes.
Right. Sure. I will let him talk, but also cast Detect Thoughts.
Sure. What's the duration on Detect Thoughts?
It is up to a minute.
Okay, great. As you cast it, you pull out your components and cast your spell. And you can see, his thoughts immediately, his surface thoughts immediately match up with what he's describing to you. There's nervousness, there's like a bit of excitement, and then there's this desire to tell you this story, perhaps. Do you want to try and probe deeper, or just be there? So he has to make a save, right? Can he purposely fail that, or does he have to make a save? Do you know? Does it say so in the text?
I'll purposely fail.
Hit it, Anthony.
There's some. No, I don't know. In this case, there's some where you can choose to fail. But I don't know if that's the case here. It's interesting.
So either shift your attention and reach especially deeper. I don't think it says anything about But it's a wisdom 14.
All right, he's just gonna make
Save.
the save, and you can feel. I think the experience you have is like as you're trying to probe deeper into his mind. It's not one of him actively trying to fight it. It's just a really uncomfortable and strange feeling, and it's almost like his body is sort of rejecting it. But we'll see if you're able to push through. He rolled a 19, which is a 22, so he does save on the deeper probing. He does know, and he doesn't. He just sort of like shudders for a moment, uncomfortably. But you do still have access to his surface thoughts, and even in
Okay.
his surface thoughts, it's like that was weird, that was uncomfortable. And just like sort of nervousness. As he begins to speak, he says, "My my father killed your mother. He was a student. He found a book that promised to grant his every dream, his every wish, and in exchange he had to give up dreams to this book. And instead of giving his own dreams, my father stole the dreams of someone else, the dreams of your mother. He took them until she died, and in exchange, his wildest dreams, the wealth that he has amassed, sprung to life. Now, of course, your mother isn't dead, because River brought her back to life. The two were best friends. We were in class together. I saw you working on the naturomancy to bring her back. And she did, but it was at a great cost. My understanding is that your mother used to love nature. She was an incredibly skilled botanist, an adept animal handler. She could divine weather weeks in advance, coax plants to grow places which they had no business being possible. And between the loss of her dreams and the great cost of bringing her back, she lost all of that. Your father blamed my father for her death, though he could never prove it, and also blamed River for taking something away from her. And I believe that's why he's so cold and angry today. Now, over the years, my father has tricked friends and family into giving up their dreams to protect his wealth. I suspected something was wrong after he did the same with my sister, my younger sister. My father convinced everyone that it was for the good of the family, and my sister acquiesced and has been in a deep, unyielding slumber for quite some time. I'm very worried, and I'm most worried, and the reason I'm here to tell you this is that he's trying to do the same to me. He wants me to use this, and he reaches into his little backpack and pulls out a book, and immediately you draw this incredible connection between the book that Tisryn has and this book. They look almost similar, and as he sort of flips through the pages, the strangeness of the two are incredibly similar. They're not exactly the same, but it's almost like they were part of a set. And he says, I'm supposed to contact someone or something in or through this book and give them my dreams so my father can maintain his wealth and his influence and his power. And I don't want to, but I fear I have no other choice, and I don't have any friends, and I didn't know who else to tell besides you.
How long have you known this?
Well, I figured something was wrong at the beginning of last summer when my sister began to get ill. And I hired someone to steal my father's journals and his diaries, and that's how I came to these understandings. So at the end of the summer, he came to me with a proposition of helping the family in the same way that he asked my sister. So not long, only since the beginning of last summer.
But you've known the entirety of this school year.
Yes, that's right.
And you chose to say nothing until now.
Well, I needed to know that I could trust someone, and who else was I supposed to say it to? I don't have anyone else to talk to. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to say it earlier. I'm not sure I understand. Is everything all right?
I'm not a friend to you. We're not friends. You've come to me asking for help 1 or 2 times. You had important information about my family, about my mother, and about what happened to get us where we are, and you didn't come to me until you thought you were in trouble.
Well, no, I've known I've been in trouble this whole time. I didn't come to you until I thought that maybe we had made a friendship, but I see I was very wrong, and I apologize.
I need a moment. And I turn around and walk back away from the house and up until where he can't see me. And then I just want to sit on the floor. For a minute.
Yeah, you sit there in it's this kind of sunny forest, but the tree cover's pretty heavy over top of you. You know, you're sort of right next to this large tree trunk that you're sort of up against, and the dirt is cool underneath you, and it's just sort of quiet, and still.
I'm gonna sit for just 2 or 3 minutes, and then get back up and turn around and walk back to Bartholomew if he's still standing there.
Yeah, he's just sitting there sort of looking down and looks up a bit afraid as you come back.
And I, if he's sitting, I go up to him, still standing. I'm going to kill your father. You're asking for my help, and I will help you, but that means that I'm going to kill your father. Are you okay with this? If you are, then I will help you, and we can work together, and if not, I will do it by myself.
Bartholomew stands up, and you can see he sort of almost musters a bit of that same sort of dignified presence which you are able to muster as well, sort of being in the kind of higher society. And he looks straight at you and says, I think my father has murdered my younger sister. I will do everything I can to help you, if it means saving her.
Okay, I put out my hand.
And he shakes it.
I shake his hand and I say, we're still not friends, and then I go inside.
As you're walking away, he says, that's fine. You know, he sort of calls after you and says, I do know how to contact whatever's in this book, if that's of interest to you.
Yes. I need to wait for my friends. They'll need to know as well. But yes, it is of interest.
Would you like to wait inside?
Yes.
He goes to the front door. Will you take a negative relationship point with
Wow.
Bartholomew? He opens the front door to to the assistant dean's house. And you know, you've been in this house before. It was sort of decrepit, sort of locked. It's kind of decaying, and it's completely redone. It's been totally cleaned. You can see everything. It's polished and very, very nice. And you can also see like this main sort of front hall has been painted on the ceilings and on the walls, and sort of like Rufus's jacket, his cape, that there's stars sparkling, and you can see as a meteor sort of goes across the sky, up one wall, over the ceiling, and sort of lands on the other side of the wall. And this animated wall, it sort of crashes in a sparkle of sparks, as the ghost of Ara comes up to you and says, "Oh, hello, Rufus. It's good to see you again." And it's just like very, very happy to see you. And you can see he's also wearing a rumpled but and dated but well-fitting suit as well. Like, how are you, Rufus? Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Oh no, I'm very well. I'm excited for tonight. I hope that it's all right. Everything that we've done with the place, and you look very nice.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, it's been such a pleasure cleaning my old home up. I'm so excited to have people over. It's been such a long time.
It's going to be very fun, and you're going to be able to talk to a lot of people, and it's going to be lovely. And I'm sure you'll have a great time.
I simply can't wait. Anything else you'd like to do, or do you just want to kind of like wait in this house? Do you want to look around the house, or do you want to wait?
Oh, I just want to do a quick check to see that all the rooms are clear and there's no scary horrors in the house.
You sort of do a quick tour of the house. Bartholomew is very like almost coldly showing you around, very like dispassionate about it. You can see that there's a kitchen filled with snacks and sweets. There's the bathroom has been cleaned, and you can see the tub has been turned into like this little like living pond almost. What was the office is now like this lounge relaxation room, and there's actually like a stand pointed towards the window. And in what was the bedroom, there on the wall there are these two hooks, and in the center of the room there's almost like there's attached to a string a large circular circle. I don't know. A large circle made out of metal. But Bartholomew doesn't really explain anything to you. He's just sort of showing you the rooms.
I'm getting internally angry that he's pissed off. That's all.
Sure.
That's all.
I think it's very clear that there is like he's very tense and he's picking up on there's a lot of tension there. Let's just say that.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Then do you just want to wait in there until people start showing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you kind of sit and wait. Ara sort of regales you with some old stories, and you're sort of able to like relax around him, and sort of Bartholomew sort of goes in and out, maybe setting up a room here or there, or disappearing and coming back. After a while, Tuyen, Ahmed comes to your dorm room to pick you up. He is like wearing a sort of black suit, very tight fitting. He's got his hair back into a mohawk, and you can see there's like these like golden stripes that almost like seem to shimmer down the sides of his suit, and he's wearing like these velvet green loafers, and he's very happy to see you, and sort of offers you his arm to head up. Tisryn, you have been tasked with picking up Moonswallow. You know where she lives in the dorm rooms. Would you like to go there?
I would like to go there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when I knock on the door, or how do I find it?
Yeah. You know exactly where it is. So you knock on the door.
And as before the door opens, I bow forward, holding up the cigarette in my hand.
The door opens, and you can see Moonswallow there. She is got like full under shadow with like almost like a black bleed of makeup, like she just let it streak down her face. Dark black hair that's just like absolutely super straight. She's wearing a very like large black dress with like lots of different layers on it, and almost it seems like they're mismatching layers, like there's some tears in them, so it's kind of like rough. But she's and also wearing kind of like these black heels as well. And she looks at you and says, "Thanks for the cigarette," and plucks it out of your hand. Why don't you take another positive relationship point for the cigarette since you worked for that one? She looks at you and says, "Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine." And you make your way up to the party. As you all come to the party, you sort of are arriving with let's see here. You're arriving with like groups of students are you're starting to like clump together. There's some you know, some you don't know, as you're sort of all arriving there. The sun starts to set, and like everyone starts to like trickle into this house in droves until the place is basically packed. In the main room is sort of there's this spinning top that like spins and like has like this waltz music, so like people will sort of dance occasionally, but mostly they're leaving the dance floor alone downstairs. In the office, you find out that they are doing that one of the teachers, Ek, is doing like star chart readings about your future. And in the bedroom, that weird setup with the hooks and the circle is where the drinking game happens, because this is a college. And it's packed. All of the students, just like metagaming for a second, all of the students you've met are there. Ahmed, Ash, everyone is there. So you can...
Is Stefan there?
You do not see Stefan. You don't see Stefan. He's the only person who you don't see there.
Good. I'm not concerned. I don't care if he's been kidnapped. He can rot for all I care.
And after a little bit, some teachers show up. Kresh shows up. River the Understanding shows up. Tefalok shows up. Zan.
Can I ask Chris about the whore?
Yeah, Zan shows up. Galaxica shows up. Kirkaboom shows up, and Lorelei the Collector shows up as well. As you see Cress walk in. Hello.
Did you find the whore?
No. In fact, I'm regretting ever bringing those things on campus. They're constantly getting loose, and more worryingly is the name. Everybody's screaming about a whore all the time. It was a huge mistake. I'm sure it will be fine. It probably flew off to some town and is terrorizing it. Somebody else will deal with it. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay.
I did very well on your test.
Yes. I'm sorry about having to cancel class, but it seemed prudent in the moment.
Will I get credit for the test that I did very well on?
Yes, but only partial credit, because technically the class is ongoing, so we might have to revisit it at a later date. Or perhaps I'll just say everybody passed. I'm not sure yet.
Thank you, Chris. Okay.
Enjoy the party.
I will go dance with Moonswallow.
Okay. At this party, is there anything you all would like to do? Rufus, do you want to try and fill them in? There are these sort of like 2 event rooms. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to go find the other 2 just quickly, if I can, and just explain to them what happened. That I met with Bartholomew, and he knows how to read. Decipher the text that we need to decipher.
This is the same. The book is like the book?
Like the book, yes. I don't know if you want to do that today or but it's I just need to let you know. And
Could this be the key to saving Kolgola?
I think so. Yes.
Then we,
Is he gonna be harmed by doing that? Because
Oh, I don't know.
oh,
But he's not. I mean, he's being a bit of a dick right now. To be fair, so I don't.
what?
I don't know.
Okay, Rufus?
What's a dick?
No, hold on, no, blackout.
No, Rufus, are you okay? You seem really stressed and tense. Like, did something?
I'm fine.
Did he say
No,
something he didn't? Okay.
no,
'Cause
I'm fine.
If we need to tangle with him, Tisryn and me got your back.
No, he doesn't need to be tangled with. He just needs to stop being such a baby and to get it together. I think that's
Damn.
all. It's fine. I'm fine. Do you want to do this now, or do you want to do it later?
Later, I think. 'cause
Later.
Okay.
I
I want
kind
to
of
go get my
you wanna-
star chart read.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
All right. You go into the office room. What was on? It's now adorned with beads and curtains. It sort of makes this room nice for like relaxation and chat. There's like a yellow light from ever burning flames in like glass cases that like cast this soft diffused light, and long shadows dance across the walls. There's like low hanging silks. And at the far end of the wall, there is like what you would recognize as a telescopic lens pointed at the sky, but it's covered in all these whirring gears and like clicking mechanisms. And there's a bugbear standing there, the teacher known as Ek, with these like long reading glasses, who looks at you and says, what do they say? Hello. Come in. Do you wish to hear what the stars have to say about you?
Yes.
Well, fantastic. Roll a D100. Now, I will say this. Actually, I won't say that. Roll a D100.
91.
Oh, boy. 91. Oh, yes. Interesting the way that these line up. Okay, let's see. I'm getting the sense from the way that the stars are aligned and from the energy you're sending my way. Someone you remember, and there's someone you forgot. There's someone who owes you a favor, and there's another who is a threat. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I feel like that could be about any day of the week.
No, I think the stars would never have something that general. No, I think you're mistaken. That could only be about you, my friend.
Okay.
Who's next? Step up. Let's see what the stars have to say about you. All right, go ahead and roll me a D100.
So I roll like a D10 and a.
It's the double one underneath. Like when you open up, there's one that has two
Oh,
side by
okay.
side.
Got it. Okay. 50.
50. Ah, this is extremely strange. This is telling me that the Sphinx of the Black Quartz must judge thy vow. Does that mean anything to you?
No, I. Sphinx of the Black Quartz?
Quartz, like the
Quartz, like a law. Or
No.
quartz is in the stone?
Yes, the stone, I believe. Yes.
Oh.
I could be misreading the stars. It could be a judge or court of law, though. But people don't usually mix up words like that. I'm sure this will reveal itself to you at some point. The stars rarely give something that cryptic. So I'm sure it makes sense to you and just not to me. Sphinx of the Black Quartz. Interesting.
That's very concerning, but thank you for the reading.
Of course. And you, young man, with the lizard.
Oh,
Would you like to know what the stars have to say about you and your future?
why not? I guess so. Yes, I done this before.
All right, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Someone I know. There's someone I forgot. There's someone. There's what
Who's
is it?
trying to wrong you?
I think I'll let you.
Someone who's
sort
a
of-
threat. Someone who's a threat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
someone. I forgot. What
Someone
the
who
middle
owes you a
was.
favor and someone
Someone
who's
owes
a
me
threat.
favor.
Yeah. 32.
32. Ah, yes. Now this is crystal clear. This is something. Hear me very clearly. What I'm seeing, the way that the stars are lining up, the constellations dance in the sky, according to my highly tuned telescopic lens, a dragon will give you a jewel. Beware the generous miser. I'm sure that makes... Yes?
Generous miser?
That's exactly what the stars say. Keep that in mind. A dragon will give you a jewel. Beware the generous miser.
I look at Hamburger.
Yeah, I think Eck looks at Hamburger as well. Their eyes go wide for a moment. Ah, fascinating.
Important question about Hamburger. Is he dressed up for the party?
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's got a little top hat.
He's got a top hat. Great.
Tiny little top hat.
Great.
Yes.
Tiny little top hat. Thank you. Thank
Ah.
you for that.
You're welcome. Enjoy the party, and may the stars tell you your wildest dreams again. All right.
Thank you, Ek. That was so odd, but I mean, that's what the stars said.
Should we go? I want to go play the drinking game.
Yes.
You know what? I want to
okay,
drink.
Rufus.
Well, it's a party, and I want to be a part. I want to party.
Also, you're looking so dapper, and isn't Tisryn looking amazing as well? It's got this goth
Fantastic.
thing going on with Moonswallow. And you and Moonswallow, are you... Is this like a date?
No.
Or is it like a friend? Oh, just
Friends.
a friend.
We are
date?
here as friends.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
that's
was the
that's
deal.
totally
The
cool.
deal was that we would come as friends.
Okay.
but deal. Do you want it to
No.
something? Oh, okay,
Friends.
right.
Just friends. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever
Okay.
whatever you both want.
You walk into the next room, and as you walk in, you turn the corner and you lock eyes with a rabbit person who you would know immediately as Tommy Trax. Large scar, military fatigue. He's sort of downing a drink and he throws it at the wall and it explodes. As a few students leave the room, he says, "All right, you bastards. Anyone can challenge me to a drinking contest.
I challenge you.
All right, bring it on." So the way this game works is there is a hook. There's a circle in the middle, and you have to swing the circle and try and hook it onto the person's hook. If you hook it on, they have to drink. There are a couple of different drinks that you can choose from, including a non-alcoholic experimental liquid. And you have to pass a DC after you drink, and if you pass the DC, then you can keep going. So why don't you make a sleight of hand or athletics check to try and make Tommy Trax drink?
7.
No, you try and swing this thing and it doesn't catch on the hook. Up next is Tommy. He rolls an 8 and he fails as well, so you can go again.
Oh.
Ooh.
7.
Yeah, you're just really struggling. He rolled a 7 as well. So
my
again,
God.
this thing is just swinging back and forth. Neither of you are able to get it. Go ahead and go again.
18.
18, it hooks. So that means he's going to drink a huckleberry cider and try and pass a saving throw, which he barely passes. He's been drinking all night long, and he takes this, this kind of like light red drink, and he chugs it, and he's struggling to finish it, but he does, and he's going to try and get you to drink. That is a 4, so he misses, so you can go ahead again.
Tommy, you're going down.
Never, you idiot! He screams.
That is a 22.
All right, yeah, he's gonna try He's gonna try and drink Big Al's Bud, which is a DC 12, which he passes. So he takes like a glass. It's just almost like a stein. Pours a bottle of just sort of like regular looking and just chugs it. And then he swings it back at you. My God, that was a 2. So he failed again. So you go
Tell
again.
me you were going down. That is 23.
All right, this time he's going to try and drink something called Blark, which he fails. He drinks this like dark brown liquid, and you can see he just spits it all over the wall, and he looks at you and says, "How could you? You've ruined me every chance I get. But I'll tell you what, I've got my eyes on all of you. I'm coming for you." And then he very casually like hops out of the room.
Victory!
Hi, Tommy. Tisryn.
What do I win?
Tisryn.
You are now at the head of this drinking game, so you can challenge anybody. You can challenge your friends, or you can challenge somebody else who might want to come in.
Who would like to take the challenge of facing me in the drinking game?
I am very ready.
All right. Why don't you kick
Rufus,
us off, Rufus? Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Uh-oh. 13.
All right, so that passes. So, Tisryn, you can drink a huckleberry cider, Big Al's Bud, Blark, or a non-alcoholic experimental liquid.
Non-alcoholic experimental liquid.
All right, so go ahead and roll me a d20. I will just say on this list, some of these, your eyes explode and you can shoot fireballs out of your eyes, so I may have to skip those.
I rolled a 13.
A 13. Okay, roll a and also then give me a Constitution saving throw. DC 15.
17.
17, you pass, and you gain the ability to cast the invisibility spell once at will. You just understand that immediately.
Only once, though.
Just once, but you
But
have the
I
ability.
mean,
This liquid is like this like green bubbling thing, and then suddenly it'll just like shift colors into blue. It's just very, very weird.
For how long can I do that?
You have that at your disposal until you expend it.
It is very exciting.
But now go ahead and give me an athletic check to try and hook the thing onto Rufus' side.
Natural 1.
Yeah, you fail. It swings back and hooks onto yours again. So you have to go ahead and have another drink, which can be a huckleberry cider.
Huckleberry cider.
All right, give me a DC 10 with advantage.
16.
16, you pass. Very sweet, easy going, but you can feel that like if you have maybe one more of those, it might be very, very challenging. Give me an athletic check to try and swing it back to the other side.
8.
8, you fail. Rufus, give me an athletics check to try and make Tisryn drink again.
17.
All right, that hooks. You can have a huckleberry cider, Big Al's Bud, Blark, or non-alcoholic experimental liquid.
Blark.
All right, roll me a d6.
2.
Roll me a DC 19 Constitution saving throw as this stuff hits your lips, and it is truly vile. It is the most disgusting thing you've
19!
ever... Wow! You suck down this truly awful thing. It's like drinking like molasses soy sauce with like dirt in it. It's so bad. But you put it down because you're committed to winning. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
6.
6. Again, you don't hook it. Rufus, give me another athletics check.
3.
3. All right, Rufus, give me another one. Is it swinging back and forth?
Wait, me or Rufus?
Sorry, Tisryn, thank you.
7.
Again, you fail. Rufus, give me another athletics check.
13.
There you go. All right, Rufus, which one? Sorry, Tisryn, which one would you like to drink?
Another experimental.
All right, go ahead and roll me a D100.
D100. 90. No, wait. If it's a 90 plus a 10, then that's 100.
Okay, 100.
100.
Wow. Give me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw to see if you can keep it down.
Oh, shit.
12.
12. You try to drink this experimental liquid, but it tastes like literal poison, and you spit it out everywhere, and you have lost the drinking game.
Well played, Rufus.
I haven't drank anything.
All right, Rufus.
All
Did
right.
I win?
Let's go, Rufus. Come
Last
on.
game. All right, Rufus, why don't you kick it off? Give me an athletics check.
I win. I intended to drink. That's what I want to do. Nat 20.
All right. Okay. Tuyen, you have to drink. You can have a Huckleberry cider, Big Al's Bud, Blark, or a non-alcoholic experimental liquor, and you'll do it with disadvantage since there's a natural 20.
I'll do the cider.
All right. Give me a
Huckleberry
DC
cider.
10.
For
A DC 10
Constitution?
Constitution saving throw. Yeah. Sorry.
I got 11.
You just are barely able to keep this extremely bubbly, fruity, sweet drink down. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That was delicious. Okay. 18.
18. All right, Rufus. You can have Huckleberry cider, Big Al's Bud, Blark, or non-alcoholic experimental liquid.
Liquid. I want Blark.
All right.
The
Roll
bad
me a
one?
D6. Roll me a D6.
The nasty one?
He's angry. A D6.
Oh.
He's also like never drank before.
Oh, no.
1.
A 1. Yeah. Give me a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, Constitution saving throw. Hang on. Con. 15.
15. Yeah. Again, you see it. It's almost like it slowly drips out of the bottle, and the moment it hits your tongue, you're just like, absolutely not. I won't be having any of this. And you put the bottle down, which means Tuyen has won.
Rufus, I wanted to say that if there's anybody that I would lose to, I'm very proud it was you.
I didn't know how the rules worked. I didn't realize that I had won, but that's okay. I wanted to drink at a party, and I'm going to do that anyways. So just grab a little bottle and start drinking that. That's not the heavy stuff.
Sure.
Let's
You take a
also
Big
get
Al's
Tisryn
Bud.
some water because he had what, like 3 or 4
Yeah,
drinks.
I think that I watched you drink a lot of everything.
No, but
so
it was
we should...
experimental non-alcoholic liquor, and then I had the cider, and then I had the block, which was terrible, but I held it down.
And how are you feeling, Tisryn?
As you're sort of having this conversation, you can hear music start to come from downstairs.
I want to go downstairs and dance with Moonswallow.
You make your way downstairs, and there's this very delicate waltz, and Moonswallow looks across the room at you. Ahmed looks across the room at you. Is there anyone you would like to dance with, Rufus?
No.
No, you stand there.
With hamburger.
With hamburger.
I stand there.
You stand
Yeah.
there. You guys dance together. Ahmed, yeah. Ahmed is like, you guys sort of sway together, feeling very comfortable. He's had a couple of drinks. Yeah, Moonswallow sort of just stands across from you and sort of just like is looking at you back and forth. Roll me an athletics check or performance check with advantage.
All of us? Or just me and Tisryn?
Just you two, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Wow. You and Moonswallow just sort of like get into a zone, and it's like the whole rest of the party sort of disappears, and it's just you and her swaying back and forth. You can see, and as she's dancing, she puts her thumb to the back of her cigarette, and it's almost like this little charge goes down the cigarette, and it just goes and lights up, and then the flame goes out, and it's like smoking, and like the smoke sort of begins to fill the room. Take another positive relationship point with Moonswallow. There's this strange charge between you two, and as you're doing, and Rufus, you sort of hear this first. You hear a couple of people start to make some noise from one of the windows nearby, like, "Oh, look!" And people start walking over to the window, and you can see outside the window, and even Moonswallow sort of the moment breaks, and she looks out the window. You can see this colony of flail snails that are almost like glowing in the dark out there. They're like bioluminescent. of like blue and yellow light sort of going by. And as a couple of larger ones goes by, there are like a couple of baby ones that are like going behind them a quarter size. And like for a moment, one of the babies like turns its sort of faceless head, but the eyes sort of turn towards the house, like maybe curious. And then a larger adult sort of bumps the one behind it. And as that larger adult, thank you, as that larger adult sort of bumps it, suddenly there's a twang, and this dagger is sticking out of the shell of the larger adult, and the whole little calling rushes into the forest. And you hear from outside in the front yard, outside the front door, you hear hey there, cool cats. Seems like everybody's having fun except for me, and I just can't let that stand. And you know this voice sounds exactly like Stefan Gallo.
I pull out my quarterstaff and I rush at him.
You charge outside, and as you go outside, you're stuck because there is Stefan Gallo, but he doesn't seem like himself. He seems like he's like almost filled with water, like he's whooshing back and forth, and his legs are almost loose, and he's also holding a rope, and at the end of the rope is this huge flying creature with these thin wings that are sort of flapping back and forth, these legs sort of clacking back together, and its face and like mouth has this huge jaw, and you can hear it about to scream as he has the flying whore. And I think that is where actually, before we end, everyone make a perception or nature or arcana check.
Okay.
11.
11.
12.
9.
With that 12, the wind sort of blows in your face, like almost off of this strange, almost like whooshing and sloshing Stefan, and you all just get a big whiff of gripweed. And that is where we will end today's session. A long one. Thank you, friends, so much. Well done, everybody.
We're gonna tangle with Stefan. But it's not really him. It's a similar
It's a llama llama.
But and Tisryn is starting to get cool.
It's cool.
I don't know. This is that might be the biggest twist of all. Cool Tisryn. Very exciting stuff.
I so badly want to see the fan art. I am so excited.
Yeah, very much. Oh my god.
Friends, me and Anthony will be shooting a movie next Sunday, so we won't
What
be
movie
here.
is that?
It's my autobiography, Noah the Flying Whore. I've been working really hard on it. We'll try and keep you posted on when we're free next, but we just love to play whenever we can. So thank you all so much for joining us, players. Amazing job. Thank you for a great session, and we will see you all very soon. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.